Central Park West that opened brand new
私の啦
back
正
in
版一上白梯啦
2005. But I'm not here to talk about the current
一
day
上白梯即係
15
特別
Central Park West, which is a high-end
係
condominium.
約啊做
But
人
the
啦
previous hotel Mayflower that was on that
而
property
依
from
樣撞唔知咁
1920s
呢世呢
until it was shut down in 1998. Now the final holdouts got the use of the two-bedroom, two-bath on Central Park South for the rest. Got $100,000 apiece to move out. However, the number one ultimate holdout got the use of the two-bedroom, two-bath apartment on Central Park South for the rest of his natural life. Who amongst us would say no to rent free on Central Park South? Good. See, we have normal, sane human beings on the bus. I think over the course of 6 years of this thing of mine, that I can only recall 2 people saying no to rent free on Central Park South. And in both cases, it was some young boy who did not know any better. But if that kid was a native New Yorker, I said, yeah, I want Central Park South. I guarantee it. Of that we can be certain. So that's roughly $1,512,000 worth of rent not paid over 21 years based on $6,000 a month. Tavern on the Green here that opened off to the right that opened new back in 1934 and was closed by the Bloomberg administration back in 2011 over a leasing dispute with the Leroy family who had the lease from 1977 to 2011. Now, why the Bloomberg administration would choose to refuse to renew the lease, I don't know. Mike Bloomberg isn't telling you either. He's not, most definitely not telling me. It was the Leroy family that had the working relationship with the restaurant union because other operators have come along, got a load of the union contract Tavern on the Green came with, and decided right then and there, no, we're not doing this. So it lay fallow until 2018, doing absolutely nothing. Obviously, one of 2 things happened. Look, union agreement collapsed, or somebody was insane enough to take over the agreement that came with the place. No, it's more than likely happened, the union agreement lapsed, and somebody else stepped up. Now, I don't know how many of you have ever seen the movie Ghostbusters back in 1984, but this is the red brick building that was gobbled up by the Marshmallow Man. Obviously, the Marshmallow Man didn't do such a good job because it's still here. Now, folks, the concept of the cooperative apartment building was born and raised in this city, starting with the neighborhood of Jackson Heights, Queens. It's where you buy shares of the building, you pay monthly maintenance, property taxes, and in some cases a mortgage. And on this island especially, they can be very picky over everything and nothing. But here at the Majestic, there's 3 former residents that had no problem with the co-op board approval. Let me start with the mob financier, Meyer Lansky. His childhood chum, Charles Lucky Luciano, whose residency was cut short back in 1935 after he caught 12 years for narcotics at Dannemora. And last but not least, the 1950s mob boss, Frank Costello. They had no problem with co-op board approval. Welcome to our world, folks. However, Mr. Luciano did have co-op board approval in Dannemora, good for 12 years, then getting deported. All that because Mr. Luciano never bothered applying for U.S. citizenship. The Dakota, this opened new back in 1886. There was a Dakota that led the charge towards luxury,
apartment living. It had running water, electricity, and fully functional operators, elevators rather, right from day one. If anybody's dreaming
Thành là
of
nó sẽ
making
cho
a
là cho
remake
lại
of
lũ này thì nó là
1960,
tha cái có thể là tổ chức được là to nó để mua plau
I
luôn luôn bá
guarantee you
mua
this. The co-op board will not
mua cho
let you
lại
use
xía
any of
cho
the vacant
lại ta cho lại
apartments
cho
that's
cho lại liên à
That's the one thing you
Yeah,
can
it's
be
like, yeah, it's up by
90%
data.
certain of. So the interiors would have to be done at Silver Cub Studios in Long Island City. Will the board let you
Xem bảo
use
taxi hay mua đâu
exteriors?
thì nó có
I
taxi
don't know. As long as the agreement is properly worded, exteriors only, then I